What's up, everybody? Megan here, helping you live your purpose and passion through a conscious lifestyle. And today I wanted to talk about the letting go technique and how when we let go, we let in, and exactly how this technique works and the best and quickest way for you to manifest or create the reality that you want through letting go. Essentially, letting go is the answer to your happiness. It's the answer to your manifestations. It's the answer to everything spirituality, anything in the spiritual community. So, how do we let go? If you haven't read David R. Hawking's book, Letting Go, I would recommend reading that book. And if you haven't read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, you need to add that one to your list as well. Essentially, when we have a thought, we're manifesting something new into our reality, because if we have that thought, then it has to happen. There is no other way, because we are energy and we attract what we think about. So in order to let go, we have to learn how to not have those thoughts and not think about that particular thing. But how do we do that when all we can think about is that particular thing when we're trying to let go? It's like if you say, don't think about a pink elephant, all you're going to think about is a pink elephant. So the trick is, and the key is, to become the awareness of the thought, become the observer of the thought. And when you become the observer of the thought, you're no longer the thought. You're the awareness of the thought. So if you're not attached to the thought and you're not the thought, you're something deeper. But if you're attached to the thought and you become the thought, then you're right back in ego. You're right back in attachment. So letting go is very simple. Let go of your attachment to your thoughts. When you let go of your attachment to your thoughts, you let go of outcomes. You raise your vibration and you let go of thought, because you're not thought, you're awareness behind the thought. So that's one main technique that you can use, is to become the awareness of thought. You can also put yourself deeply into the present moment by just recognizing when you're not in the present moment, you're usually in the past and the future. So if you're in the past and the future and you recognize that, the second that you recognize that, you're in the present moment again. Now this one takes a little bit of practice to recognize, and you have to let go of everything on the outside in your reality and just forget about it for a minute and just focus on being present and make that your life's goal. That has to be your only goal, is to let go of everything and just focus on being present. Just recognize when you're not in the past and not, or when you are in the past and are in the future. So letting go is letting go of outcomes. When we're letting go of the outcome, we're letting go of how it might come to pass. Even if you're struggling to be present, maybe just try to direct yourself every time that you try to control certain things in your certain aspects in your life. Try to direct yourself back into the present moment when you start finding yourself in that control freak mode. I know I'm a control freak too. I want things to go a certain way in my life too. And unfortunately, that's just not how life works. So, but when you control and you're pushing against the grain and just constantly trying to make certain things happen in your life, you're saying that I don't already have those things. Those things are outside, and therefore I need to chase. I need to try to find it on the outside. But if you direct your attention on the inside and bring your awareness onto the inside, the outer reality falls into place better than you could ever imagine. So bring your attention inwards and watch how your reality shifts on the outside. If you can accept and practice acceptance and accepting all of the good in life, all of the bad in life, even if you struggle to accept the bad in life, accept the emotion that you're having about the bad, and therefore you'll find acceptance in anything that you are struggling in life. I had a certain point in life where my car broke down and I was about to be homeless. Well, I was homeless. I was living in a hotel for a week. My car broke down. My relationships were struggling. Everything in my life was struggling. And in that moment was when I started having a spiritual awakening. This was the first time that I started to realize that my thoughts were the cause of all of my suffering. And when I started to do the work of detaching from my mind, I was able to get an apartment back. I was able to repair some of the relationships that I had with people. I stopped having dysfunctional relationships with men because I had a codependency issue. I had never had healthy relationships with men. And although that point in my life was very, very difficult and I lost a lot of things going through that, it was the best thing that ever happened in my life because it put me on this path. It put me on the journey. And even though there's times where I take a step back, um, I'm never going to be back into that place because I have still grown spiritually, and there really is no going backwards. Even if you think you're taking a step back, it's like you take a couple baby steps back and then you take 4 steps forward, 2 steps back, 4 steps forward. So even if you think, oh no, I'm going to be back in that place again, you're never going to be back in that place again because you've expanded your awareness and you've become more aware of who you really are. So, if you want to change your life, if you want to learn how to manifest things or really just end your suffering in general, I would suggest that the main thing that you need to do is to learn the letting go technique. Study how to let go of needing to control everything in your life. Just practice that one thing. And the best thing that you can do is just practice meditation. Anywho's, I hope this video helped you guys. If it did, comment down below. Let me know how you guys are doing on your spiritual path and maybe what you're trying to let go of right now. I love hearing from you guys. And that's it. I will talk to you later. Okay, peace and love. Bye.